What's up with y'all? We got foot draft. We about to do a UCL recap and also talk about real life footy. But first, we about to select the formation. Alright, so we about to choose our captain real quick.
Van Nistelrooy did well. Surrounded by white shirts and still going. What a run by Van Nistelrooy!
Alright, next up we got our other striker. Hey, so for this one we got 2 high rated pools. But you know we're gonna have to pick up Ian Wright. So next up we got the left mid. Alright, so for this one, I'm gonna have to pick up Zay Roberto. Alright, so the right mid was kinda ass. Next up we got the CDM. Alright, for this one, I'm gonna have to pick up this 88 card right here. Hey, we got the left CDM next. Alright, so for this one, we gotta keep up the Bundesliga links. Also, they are in the same club, so I'm gonna have to pick up Palacios. Alright, so we picked up a women's left back. Next up, we got our center back. Alright, so we got another Bundesliga player right here. So I'm gonna have to pick up, Slaughterback for the count. Alright, we got our other center back right here. Alright, so for this one, I'm gonna pick up Kubarsi. We might get more La Liga players. Alright, next up we got the right back. Hey, so we did get another La Liga player. So I'm gonna pick up Carvalho. Alright, so next up we got the keeper. And we always get Van der Sar, so we gotta pick up this 93. Alright, so we finna start with our reserve cards. Hey, for this one, I'm picking up Vinny. Alright, man, next up. Hey, so they just fucked with us and gave us one of the GOATs. We got Cruyff. Hey, so we finna put him at striker. Alright, so this finna be like the third reserve right here. Hey, for this one, I'm gonna pick up this 93 women's card. Alright, next up. Hey, so I'm gonna try this 88 card right here. Let's see. Hey, so we got some regular gold reserves. So now we on our bench. Alright, so for this one, I'm gonna try to pick up the Vinya. Let's see what it does to the camp. Alright, next up. Hey, for this one, I gotta pick up Musiala. Hey, he be doing that Carmelo celebration, man. Shout out that nigga Melo. Nigga just made the Hall of Fame. Hey, so we put Musiala at left mid. We got a few cards left, man. Alright, so for this one, I'm gonna pick up Vidic just for the rating. Alright, so this one's gonna be another keeper, man. Let's see. Alright, so for this one, I'm picking up Courtois. Already got Van der Sar, so it's straight. Hey, so we're on full camp, so we moved a few cards around. Now we finna select the coach. Alright, so we finna pick up Slide and then check our draft rating. So we got a 124 draft. Hey, if they fucked with us and gave us like more right mids and shit, it would have probably been like a 126, but it's straight. But hey, we got some gameplay and then we gonna talk about some real life footy. We got the Champions League. Alright, so the first game we're gonna speak on is the second leg between Arsenal and Real Madrid. So that first leg ended 3-0. Rice had those 2 free kicks and then Marino scored the last goal. So yeah, man of the match for that game was Declan Rice. Now we about to talk about that second leg. So for this game, Real Madrid showed up in a 4-3-3. So they put Valverde back in midfield and then put Vasquez back at right back. And then they kept the same front three, Mbappe finishes and Rodrigo on the right. Arsenal also showed up in a 4-3-3, just like they did on the first leg. Pretty much the same starting 11. So yeah, that first half was end to end, bro. So yeah, early on in that first half, Arsenal had that corner and then they fouled Marino. So they did the VAR check and then they called the penalty, right? And then Saka took it. So you try to chip the keeper, but Courtois positioned himself pretty well. He saved it. On that one, bro, I felt like he should have just placed it, but I see what he was trying to do there. Like, it was the heat of the moment. But shit, later on in the first half as well, bro, Real Madrid almost had a penalty, but they canceled that shit because of VAR. Hey, so if Rice would have got that yellow for that penalty, he would have been out for that semifinals match. But hey, that second half, man, I feel like Arsenal finally took control of the game. So yeah, around that 60th minute, that's when the first goal happened. Hey, I know we got Marino at striker, but he's naturally a center mid, so he was creating the whole game, bro. But hey, Saka did miss that penalty in that first half, but he came back with the goal in the second half, man. Good response. Bro, I don't know how this shit happened, but like, literally like after kickoff, bro, like 20 seconds later, Vinicius scored. I mean, we kind of gifted them that one, but it was straight though. So at that point, it was like 4-1. But hey, man, guess what Arsenal did, man? They turned that shit into a BPL game. That's all they had to do. So yeah, they locked shit up, you know, for the rest of the second half. And then in the 90th minute, they won the ball back, and Martinelli got through.
Martinelli's making a storming run. Fran Garcia can't catch him. Martinelli!
Nah, yo, he dusted that nigga. Hey, they just subbed that nigga in too, so they was expecting him to catch up. That nigga did a courtesy run. But on some real shit though, that nigga Martinelli caught his second win, bro. I already knew he was finna be on bullshit when he sprinted out his own box and then ran past everybody, bro. I could tell bro was not trying to race his ass, bro. Like, this a big ass field, bro. Like, if it was basketball, them first 5 to 10 steps, they would already been at the basket. And this shit, bro, if you ain't got the speed, boy, your ass gonna get dusted. He turned the corner on his ass, boy. That shit was done. So yeah, bro, that was the last goal, bro. So for the man of the match for this match, it was Declan Rice again. Bro, like, before the match, bro, and like just in general, motherfuckers was saying like we paid too much in the transfer window for him and this and that. Man, that nigga showed out. Like, bro, he was clamping shit up in that midfield. You know, the Champions League is like the highest level of footy. So, like, he showcased to the world. He's definitely like a top 10, top 5 midfielder right now. Like, this was definitely the biggest game out of the 4, bro. Like, Real Madrid won the Champions League last year. Hey, now, one person we gotta give credit to is Marino, bro. Like, bro showed up in both games. In the first one, he got a goal. And this one, he had 2 assists. Hey, so with that win, you know, Arsenal went through to the semis. So for the next game, they got PSG. You know, I'm gonna break down their game on like the Fut Champs that's coming up next. But with PSG, it's like a whole bunch of street ballers, bro. Like, all of them are good on the ball. Now, one thing I do notice with them is they push their fullbacks like really high. I feel like, you know, we're gonna have a lot of space in behind, but I feel like Arteta just gotta get the tactics right on this one as well. They really need to watch that second leg between PSG and Aston Villa. We can definitely do some shit like that. But yeah, we definitely gotta turn this shit into an EPL game as well. Like, the rest of these games, bro, in the Champions League, it's gonna be historic, bro. Like, it's pretty much our biggest games in like the Champions League history. I know we made it to the final in like 06, but like, other than that, yeah, this definitely up there. But hey, bro, for y'all that own these cards right here, they're all gonna get upgrades. You know, because all of these clubs advance in the Champions League and shit. But hey, man, y'all make sure to subscribe. You know, right now, it's about to be team of the season. So we finna do stuff for that. We also got custom tactics for all the formations. And then we got Fut Champs highlights where we're going to talk about all types of topics, just like here. And we got Fut Champs rewards as well, man. Check me out.